This clear coat should not exist. Shout out to Chief for putting me on to this stuff, because when I looked this up and I read about it, my mind was absolutely blown. We're gonna base this thing out and I'll tell you guys about this clear. And in the end, we're gonna put what this clear says to the test and see if it's true or not. So the clear that we're gonna be spraying today is called Sprint. It's an Italian brand, and PPG actually just bought that company. I believe that company. It could be just the clear, but I doubt it. They probably bought the whole company. And the main product is that Sprint clear. Now, what makes this clear so incredible is the fact that it claims to bake in 10 minutes. And not only that, I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a 10-minute bake on a clear. I've heard of 15, but never 10. But besides that, have you guys ever heard of a clear that you can sand and polish 30 minutes after it finishes baking? And that's not all. This clear also claims to have a 1 hour air dry. Even without a bake, this clear will dry in just 1 hour. Now, it's not gonna dry ready for polish in 1 hour, but it will dry to a tack, meaning a dust-free dry. So you won't have to worry if you're outside about things falling on it and sticking to it after just 1 hour. That is incredible. Now, to my understanding, this is an ultra high solids clear, so you will certainly get some solid film build out of this clear. And you're gonna do that in just 1.5 coats, because this is a 1.5 coat clear. According to the TDS, the way that this clear is meant to be applied is first one light coat, and then with a 5 to 7 minute flash time, you would then apply your full coat. After that, you set it to bake at 140 for 10 minutes. As soon as that bake is finished, you only need to allow 30 minutes to cool before you could sand and buff. We're gonna find out, but first let's see how this clear lays, because this thing is all based out and ready for clear. All right, we have our clear mixed up. As you can see, this is a 2-to-1 clear, by the way. And as a side note, we have these trim pieces that need to go on a bumper today. So I'm gonna clear those with the bumper, and then we're gonna see if they're dry enough to get installed. So we're gonna see if this clear can truly get sanded and polished after just a 10-minute bake, and if it's ready for handling as well. So I'll let you guys know if we get those pieces in, and I'll show you. All right, so first things first, we gotta put our light coat on. So that's what I'll do here. And according to what I read, this clear is not meant to be reduced, and it is pretty thick. It's actually similar in viscosity to the Omni MC161 that I spray, also unreduced. Oh, I should probably tell you guys where I got this clear. So, my local jobber does not stock it yet, but I was told they will stock it in the near future because PPG just bought the company. So I went ahead and picked this up on eBay, and I just realized that my mic fell in my pocket, so sorry if the audio was messed up, but I picked up 1 liter. Yeah, this clear comes in liters for $60 with the hardener. So the price is actually comparable to what we pay for the Omni MC161. We're gonna give this about 2 more minutes, and then we'll throw our full coat on and start the bake. All right, she's ready to shine. So yeah, a gallon should be around $240. I'm using the control cap with this clear, being that the control cap was designed for ultra high solids clears. And this stuff definitely has some body to it. Now, even though the clear says It's not meant to be reduced. I don't know if you can reduce it. I guess that's something you can experiment with. Shoot, I'm kind of worried because it's 96 degrees in the booth. So I probably should have left a little less flash time because it might have hardened up already a little bit with that 7-minute flash. Hopefully not though. Nah, it looks all right. You know, anytime that you're spraying a new clear, there's definitely going to be some sort of a learning curve to it. So don't think just because someone says a clear is great and then you spray it one time and it doesn't come out great, that it's not great. These things just really take time to get used to. That's really a lot of what painting is, honestly. Before we bake it, I just want to show you guys how it laid out. So you can see it's not, you know, the flattest clear, but didn't go down half bad either. Like I said, there's always a learning curve when you're spraying a newer clear. Now, let's take our timer, start that, and then I will start our bake. There's going to be a 5-minute flash off. So 15 minutes. Once that timer hits 15 minutes, the 10-minute bake is up. All right, I got a little caught up, so we are about 4 minutes late. The bake finished. The booth is just going on cool down, and well, I mean, it's dry. You can see my fingerprint is not even leaving anything behind. Now, before we can sand and polish this and see if it really is ready to be sanded and polished just 30 minutes after a 10-minute bake, we also have to hand these over to the body guy, but there's one problem. They have to be matte. So I'm going to show you how I take care of that real quick. I just figured I may as well time the cool down period. So it's been about 5 minutes. So once this gets to 25 minutes, we should apparently be ready to sand and polish. But what we're gonna do here, we're gonna test our luck, all right? I'm gonna take this 3000 grit and see if I could just mat these pieces out. And bear in mind, this just finished baking. We haven't given it enough time to cool off yet, but based on how it feels, I don't think this is gonna cause an issue. All right, let me dry it up and we'll see if it worked. I could tell you right off the bat, we definitely did not damage the clear, but I may have to put a little more pressure to dull out the gloss. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll bring it right back and show you guys while that cools off. So it's essentially been about 12 minutes since the bake finished, right? And check this out. I was able to sand these down to a matte finish essentially right after the bake finished. So to this point, it does seem like we may be able to sand and polish that bumper. Anyone who has wet sanded and polished fresh clear knows that usually it's safer to start sanding it before it's safer to start polishing it. The reason is because when you're using a polisher, mainly a rotary polisher, dual action polishers really don't generate heat, but rotary polishers do. And when you have fresh clear and you're generating heat with an abrasive, it's really easy to basically twist the paint right off the panel. So it's been 15 minutes after the bake finished, so we should give it another 15 minutes before we polish this thing. But in the meantime, let's pick a couple dirt spots and sand them down. Luckily for me, we didn't get too many dirt spots, but we definitely got a nice big one right there. And I'm going to use our block with 1500. By the way, you guys don't know about this block. I could make a whole video just about the shape of this block, but that'll be for another day. In the meantime, let's see how this handles some 1500 grit sandpaper. So far, so good. I am a little scared to press too hard yet, because we're doing this about 15 minutes too early. Based on how I was able to sand down those other pieces, I really don't think I have much to worry about, but this was a big dirt spot. Just about completely gone. So if you ever tried to sand fresh clear in the past and it wasn't dry enough to sand, basically what would happen is your sandpaper would just start sticking as you're going back and forth, and that is not happening here at all. All right, so it's been 28 plus 5, so 32 minutes. I sanded out that big spot that we had here, and then there were a couple more small spots around here, and I kind of opened it up just so we had more of an area to work our polish. And I finished off with 3,000, so I'm not even going to compound, I'm just going to polish it, and hopefully we don't twist any paint. Here goes nothing. Well, I can tell you just by how it feels that this clear is hard. This clear is very hard already. I mean, the fact that I was able to sand it with 1500 pretty much already told me that I wasn't going to have an issue polishing it. And whether I use polish here or compound, it's pretty much the same thing. If I did use a wool pad, it's a little more abrasive than a foam pad, but either way, you guys can clearly see just 30 minutes after a 10-minute bake, I was able to sand and polish this bumper to perfection. Anyway, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, got any value out of it, or if you were entertained, if you could, drop a like, comment, or maybe even subscribe. Until the next time, peace!